Here I am at the docks in the Indian village of Heidelberg, about ready to embark on a 5-day paddle of a southern section of Prince of Wales Island. Before I enter the open waters of the strait, I have to explore this island-littered protected bay next to Heidelberg. I viewed a lot of islands, but none better than this shimmering beauty. It's camp time now. Time to take in the sights and study the chart. The next morning, as I'm leaving the bay and entering the open waters of the strait, I come upon these native fishermen cleaning and filleting their morning catch. They're going to take it to market in Heidelberg and then come back in the afternoon and repeat the process. It's a good feeling knowing we have eagles here also, patrolling the area. In the morning, I plan on crossing this 1.5 mile wide strait to reach View Cove. And it's a 10-mile deep inlet that I plan to explore. Well, this is camp with rare views in all directions. Good morning. Conditions look a lot calmer than they were yesterday evening. It's going to be a fun paddle across to View Cove this morning. I'm looking forward to it. And unlike my last trip, I'm going to be dry. That's Devil's Peak, sticking its head up above that ridgeline. And here I am at the entrance of View Cove. And I'm welcomed by a couple eagles cruising the slopes. Looking for a nice perch to spot breakfast from. And then I'm welcomed again by this friendly jellyfish. And not far away from him is a relative jellyfish of a little larger size. His body's got to be 3 foot, and those tentacles have got to be at least 10 feet long. These waters are crystal clear and apparently abundant in sea life. At the back end of the cove, I find the entrance of this quaint little creek. And it's being protected by this mighty predator. I've found my way back across the strait, and now I'm wandering through these islands with its narrow opening. And then it's into the open waters again, and wouldn't you know it, we've got Devil's Peak showing its face again. What do we have here? You never know what you're going to find in Alaska. Something looks like it's boiling on the top of that water over there. I wonder what it is. It used to be a tight ball of these little shrimp But now these little fish have been tearing into it, and there's not much left of the shrimp. But these little fish are trying to find every last little bit. Not far from the shrimp, I found this awesome big cove, and with a little pan you'll get a rough idea of the mini island and another view, wouldn't you know it, Devil's Peak. And there's more wonders to see in Alaska. I wonder what this is boiling up here. It's hard to say. We're going to have to take a closer look. More shrimp? We will see. Upon closer examination, we're going to find that it is not shrimp, but these bubbles just coming up in this one little spot. It's hard to say. Volcanic activity, tide activity, but it's neat to see. Here's some boats that came in to this little cove that I'm in, big cove that I'm in. But here we finally found a campsite again. My last camp in Alaska. And it's going to be a good one. Tent is pitched. And I'm ready to enjoy. Take a look at the flora we've got on this island. We've got flowers somehow surviving on these rocks. And there's another tree clinging to survival. It's amazing. Just above the high tide zone. And then there's this little guy. Looks like foliage on there, but don't be fooled. Those are ferns on closer examination. And look at that flower. Doesn't get much better than that. And the view, this campsite was just perfect. And then, good morning. Well, this inlet here has turned into a narrow little passage. It's a -4 tide right now. And last night, okay, it got up to a plus 24 feet. That's quite a variation. And sort of drawing out some things here. It just happened that I got wet last night. About 1 o'clock in the morning, I felt outside the tent, and my tent was pitched right there. I felt 2 inches of water outside my tent. So, like a good camper, I moved my tent back to protected water, I hoped. And I stayed dry for the rest of the night, is the good news. As I approach Heidelberg in the end of my paddle, I start to experience civilization again. And this family is enjoying a nice Sunday at the beach. Heidelberg is in sight again, and it's been another great adventure in the wilds of Alaska.
Good morning. It's been a good trip. So I'm going to be glad to get home. Excuse me while I pour my hot chocolate. Shut the stove off. That's my ferry waiting for me over there. Well, hopefully it won't be waiting for me. Gotta get going here and not keep it waiting. It's been a good trip, and looks like it's going to be a little traveling day, and I won't be long before I'm in my loving arms of my loving wife.
All good adventures have to come to an end. Ketchikan was nice while it lasted, but it's time to take off into the wild darkness, but break through, and it's off into the wild blue yonder, heading home.